A quiet desert test range erupts with a thunderous flash, and the sky fills with a burning trail of smoke as a missile launched half a century ago tears across the horizon with terrifying precision. This is the moment that changed modern warfare forever. And it's the same moment Vladimir Putin and his generals still fear today. Because despite Russia's massive military budget, despite its new hypersonic projects and nuclear threats, one old American weapon continues to haunt the Kremlin's war planners, the U.S. Tomahawk cruise missile. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Frontline Report channel. Please subscribe and like my videos. It helps the channel grow and helps us keep bringing you powerful global military stories. Today, we dive deep into why a 50-year-old American missile remains one of the most terrifying weapons for Russia, why the Kremlin still loses sleep over it, and how it shaped the battlefield long before Ukraine, long before Syria, and long before most modern weapons even existed. The first thing anyone sees when looking at this weapon is the sleek, predatory exterior. The Tomahawk doesn't look like a hypersonic dart or a futuristic drone. It's long, low, and streamlined like a hunting animal built for distance, stability, and silent approach. Its airframe was designed with one clear purpose: to fly extremely low, evade radar, and strike deep into enemy territory before detection is even possible. Unlike Russia's bulkier cruise missiles, the Tomahawk's aerodynamic profile lets it carve through valleys, skim over oceans, and navigate terrain with eerie precision. This low-flying design makes it incredibly hard to detect, especially with older Soviet-era radar systems still used across Russia. Once inside, the interior architecture reveals the weapon's true genius. It's compact, efficient, and filled with advanced guidance electronics packed into a narrow frame. Generations of upgrades replaced older systems with GPS, digital scene, matching, onboard maps, and mission, programmable targeting that can be updated while the missile is already in the air. The interior is built like the inside of a surgical instrument, tight, optimized, and engineered for endurance rather than brute force. The performance of the Tomahawk is what truly terrifies Russia. With a range of up to 500 kilometers in its high, extend variants, it can strike from ships or submarines far outside Russian defensive zones. It flies low enough to avoid radar, slow enough to maneuver with precision, and smart enough to adjust its path mid-flight. Its ability to hit a small target, the size of a doorway from thousands of kilometers away, remains one of its most devastating advantages. Even Russia's S-400 and S-500 systems struggle against it because these missiles don't come screaming in like hypersonics. They come crawling just above ground level like a ghost. Safety features on the Tomahawk exist to prevent accidental detonation or misfires. Decades of refinement ensured the missile only arms itself under the correct launch and flight conditions. It remains one of the most reliable long-range missiles ever built, with one of the lowest failure rates. This reliability means that when a Tomahawk is launched, it almost always hits its target. That consistency is part of the fear factor. Opponents know it works. What makes it uniquely powerful compared to modern weapons is its versatility. It can be launched from destroyers, cruisers, and especially American submarines lurking silently underwater. It can attack radar sites, command bunkers, ammunition depots, naval ports, airfields, and even moving ships. It can fly prep, land routes, shift directions around terrain, and approach from unexpected angles. Newer models can even be retargeted mid-flight by satellite or ship command, something Russia still struggles to replicate at this level of accuracy. The price of the Tomahawk is surprisingly low compared to its impact on the battlefield, roughly a few $1 million per missile, depending on the variant, but with destructive capability that shapes entire campaigns. For Russia, this affordability is alarming. It means the United States can fire large salvos of Tomahawks without crippling its budget, while Russia's long-range precision missile stockpiles are limited, expensive, and often unreliable. Russia cannot match the quantity or consistency of Tomahawk usage, as seen in Iraq, Afghanistan, Libya, Syria, and several covert operations around the world. The real conclusion is simple. Putin fears this weapon because it exposes the fundamental weakness of Russia's defensive network. The Tomahawk demonstrates that Russia's much-advertised military shield, its radar lines, SEM batteries, early warning systems, and anti-ship defenses, can be bypassed by a missile older than most of Russia's soldiers. It proves that age does not equal weakness. It proves that technology isn't just about speed, but precision, strategy, and adaptability. And it proves that the United States built a weapon so ahead of its time that even 50 years later, Russia hasn't found a consistent way to counter it. While Russia builds new missiles that fail on the battlefield and exaggerates capabilities on state TV, the U.S. quietly upgrades a weapon that has already rewritten military history. And in every military briefing inside Moscow's underground bunkers, the Tomahawk continues to appear in red letters, underlined, circled, and feared, because the Kremlin knows that if the U.S. Navy ever decides to strike, the first thing they will hear is silence, followed by an explosion they never saw coming. The Tomahawk's legend isn't about its age, but its evolution, and it remains a reminder to Russia and to anyone watching that some weapons never grow old. They simply become wiser, more accurate, more precise, and far more dangerous.